Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another Dav Jones Yoga online practice. Today I'm going to be looking at another one of the pose exploration classes, in particular a pose named Pincha Mayurasana. The Pincha Mayurasana, some of you may know of, is Forearm Stand. Now, over the years I'm certainly quite, you could say, taken a liking to inversions. I certainly do practice Forearm Stand. But I've always found this particular pose quite challenging and demanding on the shoulders. So today is going to be kind of like a thorough look at pincha, but of course, as well as the shoulder joint, and making sure that we're open in this area, as well as looking ways in which we can strengthen and stabilize as well. We're also going to be having a look at the thoracic spine and how we integrate abdominals through a pose like this. And it's certainly worthwhile as we come towards the end of the practice, when we have a little play at pincha, is to make sure that we have a good amount of alignment in place. It just tends to make the pose a little bit more manageable and even, a bit more easier to do. As always, thank you all for joining, and let's get into practice. So you will see for today that I have my usual 2 blocks and a strap. Make sure you have something similar. Okay, we're going to start today's practice in a seated position. Feel free to elevate the seat onto a block. Choose your desired seating pose. Just for the next few moments, settle down the eyes and take this moment to inhale and exhale through the nose. See if you can avoid yourself from moving or fidgeting too much. I just want you to observe the next few moments in just simply being, and being the witness, essentially. Really nice, everyone. Bring the palms together at the heart center. Bow your head. I would like you all to take this time just to set an intention for your practice today. Allowing this intention to be of relevance to your particular journey here and now. Wherever that may be, this might be an intention that you wish to dedicate to yourself, your own practice. This could simply be an intention in regards to being able to do Pincha Mayurasana, for instance. It doesn't have to be something too existential. It could simply just be something quite simple. Taking an inhale, breathe this intention into your sphere. Exhaling out. Okay, nice and slow, open up the eyes. Let's all make our way then into an all fours position. Let's start off just simple cow and cat. Inhalation. Draw the chest through and up as we gaze up. Exhalation, round the spine, gazing back. Inhalation. Drawing chest forward and up. Exhalation, round through the spine, gazing back. I want you to really see if you can start to mobilize the spine here. So seeing if you can really work into articulating lower, mid and upper back as we move between these 2 positions. So no rush as you articulate between the both poses. Just really kind of trying to segmentally move your vertebrae in a controlled way. A nice thing to try here then is if we come into cat, like so, let's start at the tailbone, and we're going to see if we can kind of segmentally work our way up from the base of the spine to the crown of the head, gradually moving it into cow position. So I start to slowly tilt the tailbone up as the pelvis comes into anterior tilt. Lower back starts to round as we make our way up towards kind of mid-back. Bottom corners of the shoulder blades start to come together as the thoracic chest starts to open. And then slowly as we make our way to the neck, cervical, we gradually look up. Stay in this shape of cow pose, and we're going to again start at the base of the spine. Start to draw the tailbone under, posterior tilt, nice and slow with this. Good, lower back starts to arch. Good, front ribs in. Good, mid-back rounds. Upper back starts to round, and eventually where you work to the neck as you slowly bring chin to chest. Really good. Now feel free just to move as you may wish into the sides of the body, creating kind of figures of eights. No real rules here. Whatever's intuitively calling you, I want you to explore and just find ways in which you can perhaps unlock areas of tension that you might be noticing. Okay, come back to center. Bring the right hand roughly towards the middle. Left arm goes up, threading the needle. On the exhale, thread the arm through arm and leg over to the right. Rest the head down. You can use this right hand here, place it onto the floor as we push down and kind of slide out to the right with the hand, and that will just bring the stretch a little bit more obvious into the back of the left shoulder blade. Some in the room might want a little bit more here. We might want to straighten out that right leg. Calm breaths, everyone. Take it slow with this. See if you can really get into the practice of always respecting your breathing, calming your breathing. Finish your next exhalation. We're going to slowly release the twist. Make your way back into all fours. Mobilize the spine a bit here. Let's do a few more cow and cats again. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, chest through and up. Exhale, rounding. Good. Okay, let's repeat that same threading of the needle on the opposite side. Left hand walks to the middle of the mat. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, thread it through. Reach over to the left. Lower the head down. You're going to do the same as you did with this left hand now. Palm is down. We push into the floor. Slide it out to the left, or isometrically push to the left as you feel the stretch in the back of the right shoulder. And again, option to, of course, straighten out left leg. Calm breaths, relax jaw, everyone. Nice and slow, release the pose. Gradually make your way back into all fours. Inhale, cow pose, feeling good. Exhale, round the spine, cat. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Slow this movement down for a few more times. And again, to articulation, segmentally moving the spine in between poses. Okay, let's reach for our blocks. We're going to start on the lowest setting. Let's roughly bring, we want the blocks about shoulder width, so you can use your forearms as a bit of a guide here. So wherever the fingertips fall on the arms, that can be roughly where the blocks need to be positioned. Knees below the hips, elbows on blocks. I'm just going to passively here open up thoracic spine. So some of you might have practiced this particular pose before, quite familiar, especially when we do warm-ups for shoulders. I certainly like to use this posture as one of my go-tos, especially for opening up the shoulder joint as well as the thoracic spine. See if you can hang the head freely between the arms and just give the neck and the head a bit of respite here. Now I'm going to start to add a bit of activity into this particular position. We'll do 3 in this area. So I push down through the elbows and then I round the spine. I draw the front ribs in. So I feel now a tone in the belly. Just do 3 breaths. Inhale, push the elbows down into the blocks. Exhale, drag the elbows back towards the knees so you feel that isometric pull. Do another 2. Inhale, push the elbows down into blocks. Exhale, pull elbows towards you. One more time. I'm still keeping the spine flexed throughout this breathing practice. Elbows push down. Exhale, pull elbows back. Nice and slow. We're going to open up into passive again. Some of you might be noticing a little bit more range has happened. Increased here. 5 breaths roughly. Okay, nice. Everyone again, pushing down through elbows. Round the spine, think of like a cat-shaped position. Inhale, elbows push down. Exhale, pull elbows back. 1, inhale, elbows pushing down. Exhale, elbows dragging back. 1 more, inhale, elbows pushing down. Exhale, elbows pulling back. Okay, then final time, again, open up into passive, and again, noticing any change in your range. 5 breaths. Okay, good. Finish your next breath. Pressing down for the elbows, rounding the spine. Activate abs. Activate the front of the shoulder girdle. Good. Inhale, elbows push down. Exhale, drag elbows back. 1. Inhale, elbows pushing down. Exhale, dragging elbows back. 2, last one. Inhale, elbows pushing down. Exhale, dragging elbows back. Okay, nice and slow. Release the pose. Whew. Okay, into all fours. Blocks out to one side. You'll need them shortly. Just feel free here to do a few rotations with the shoulders. So think of shoulders up towards the ears. Draw shoulder blades together. Depress the shoulder. And then push through, protract, and then elevate up towards ears. shoulder blades together, still in elevation, and then depress, slide down the back, still in retraction, and then push to protraction, spread the shoulder blades. We're going to go in the reverse direction. Retract, shoulders are in depression here. Elevate, try to stay in retraction. So retraction is shoulder blades together. And then push down through the arms, protract, shoulders still in elevation, up towards ears. And then again, depress here, still in protraction, shoulder blades together. Try not to lose the lower back, try not to drop it. Stay in retraction, elevate, and then protract, depress. Let's do one more. Retract, elevate, protract. Whew. Okay, good. Release, sit back onto the feet. Just create circular rotations with both fists here. All right, everyone, let's walk to the top of the mat. Modified Sun Salutation. Inhale, rise the arms up. Exhale, fold it forward. Half lift, inhale. Step back, plank pose. Hold in plank, create this hollow body shape here. Get a bit lighter if you can on the toes. Push through the arms. Stay 3, 2, and then 1. Lower down onto the forearms. Forearm plank. See if you can contract the glutes. Palms pressing together. Elbows squeezing towards each other. 3, 2, and then 1. Walk the feet forward. Dolphin pose. Push the chest through the arms. Still hugging elbows in. Some of you may want to interlace the fingers here. Up to you. If you feel it's a bit intense for the legs here, option 2, bend at the knees, pushing the chest back. Nice work, everyone. Okay, palms on the floor. Take a breath in, inhale. Exhale at the same time if you can. Lift both elbows, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Rise the right foot up. On the exhale, thigh into body, step to the top of the mat. Left foot forward, half lift, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Take your time, inhale, standing slowly, rise the arms all the way up. Hands together, exhale. Same sequence, everyone. Inhale, rise the arm. Folding it forward, exhale. Half lift, inhale. Plank pose. We're going to hold for 3. Hollow the body, get light on the toes. 2 and 1. Lower onto the forearms. Forearm plank. Engage glutes. Stay 3, 2 and 1. Walk the feet forward for dolphin. Push the chest through the arms. One more breath here. Okay, palms onto the floor. Ready to lift up into down dog. We breathe in. Exhale, lift both elbows downward facing. Feel free to adjust those hands. Breathing in. Exhaling out. Inhaling. Exhaling. Good, everyone. Inhale, left foot goes up. Exhale, knee to chest. Step to the top, right foot forward, half lift, inhale. Exhale. Feet pushing down, slowly stand, rise the arms. Exhale, hands together, chest center. And one more round everyone, same sequence. Inhale, rise the arms up. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhalation, half lift. Step back, plank pose. Hollow body plank, hold for 3, 2, and 1. Lower down onto the forearms. Forearm plank. 3, 2, 1. Dolphin pose. Some of you may wish to push the chest through and then draw front ribs in. Chest pushes through and then engage abs. So kind of trying to create a bit of mobility here, a bit of movement through the spine as we oscillate kind of forward and back. Still try to keep those elbows squeezing in. Okay, hands on the floor. Breathe in, lift elbows, exhale, downward facing dog. Inhaling, exhaling. Gaze to the top of the mat, bend at both knees, breathe in. Your choice, step, walk, maybe jump. Bring the feet to the top of the mat. Half lift, inhale. Folding it forward, exhale. Standing up, inhale, slowly rise. Exhale, hands together, heart center. Closing down the eyes, breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Folding it forward, exhale. Half lift, inhale. Okay, plank pose, step back, lean into the hands, hollow body plank, stay 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, roll all the way to the floor. With the right arm, bring it out to a 90 degree. If you practice with me quite regularly, you'll certainly be familiar with this particular pose. A very good one to open up the front of the chest. So elbow higher than the shoulder, just a little bit. Turn the head to the left. Step your left foot over your right hip. You can use this left hand, pushing it into the mat to increase the stretch through the front of the right shoulder. Those in the room that want a bit more here, think of drawing the shoulder into the body and the stretch will intensify somewhat. Good, everyone, finish your next breath. Good, make your way back onto the belly, nice and easy. Simply change the stretch to the opposite side. Same position with the arm. Turn the head to the right. Rotate towards left shoulder. Good, maintain here. Up to 5 breaths. Good, everyone, finish your next breath. Okay, nice and easy, back onto the belly. Okay, both arms at 90 degrees. Tuck the toes, lift the knees. Keep the forehead down for this action. If you're unsure what I'm going to explain here, I want you to keep the arms at a 90. Have a look. I'm going to lift off and just bring the fingertips to touch. I want to keep the elbows at the same angle, same position, and then I just simply pull all the way to the side of my body. Fingertips touch and elbows to sides of the body. We're going to go for 10. Forehead is down, hands are down, lift the arms, fingertips touch, elbows to side ribs. 1, fingertips touch, elbows to side ribs. 2, good, keep going. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Really good. Place the hands by your chest, shoulders roll back, lift the chest, cobra pose. Sit back onto the heels, child's pose, and then slowly come up into all fours. Forearms come down, hands a little bit wider than the shoulder, flex the spine, so front ribs in. Good, hug the forearms in, and then lift the elbows, just a few inches. Some of you may not be familiar with this position. We're going to have a play here with turbo dog. We're going to inhale, keep the front ribs pulled in, the spine flexed. On the inhale, the elbows draw out. On the exhale, the elbows hug into center. Inhale, elbows out. Exhale, elbows squeeze in. Let's do 3 more. Inhale, elbows out. Really try to keep front ribs in, spine flexed. Exhale, elbows hug in. 2 more. Inhale, elbows out. Exhale, elbows in. Last one. Inhale, elbows out. Exhale, elbows hug in. Good, everyone. Nice and easy. Straighten both arms. Shuffle the feet forward. Flex the spine. Lift the knees. Good. And then you're going to slowly bend the elbow. Hold here. Not nice. Do the same. Inhale. Side rib. Exhale, squeeze elbows in. 1. Just do 2 more. Inhale, elbows. Exhale, squeeze in. 2. Last one. Inhale, side ribs. Exhale, elbows in. Oh, lower down to the knees. Those triceps will really feel it there. When you're ready, lift the knees, come up into downward facing dog. Some of you may wish to take a bit of a rest in child's pose, more than welcome. Inhale when you're ready, rise the right foot up. Open up the hip, stretch out the right side of the body. Draw that right heel towards the glute, just to get an extra bit of a stretch there. And as you exhale, slowly bring right knee to tricep, lightly touch. Step your right foot to the top of the mat. Bring a block onto the mat, place under the left hand. I'm going to push down through the block. As I do that, my top shoulder opens up. Turn the left bicep forward. Keep the gaze down the inside edge of your arm. And then your right thumb comes onto the center of the chest. Inhale, side ribs. Exhale, just draw right elbow up. And then draw right shoulder blade towards the spine. Do what you can with this, still looking down. And then finally, straighten the elbow. Stay 3, 2. Good work, everyone, and 1. Nice and easy. Come up onto the fingertips of the left hand. Still pushing down the right foot. You can shuffle that block out to one side. As you slowly come up to stand, you find a twist. Look to the right if you've got the balance. Look back if possible. This rear hand comes to the lower back. Look to the front hand, reverse it, inhale. Rise the arm up. Exhale, gently lean over to your right. Get that stretch down left side. Smile with this. You can even hang that top arm over the head if you like. As we slowly take our time then, this
Left elbow comes across to the outer thigh. This is a bit too strong for you, you can come down onto the knee. With this left hand, find a fist, right palm goes on top. Press front thigh to the right. Inhale, side ribs. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, side ribs. Exhale, rotate. Really good work, everyone. Release the pose, hands to the floor. Vinyasa, plank pose. Exhale to the mat. Good, let's go for cobra first. Push through the tops of the feet, lift the hips for up dog. See if you can pull your chest forward through the arms. Downward facing dog, exhale. Let's drop down onto the knees once again. Forearms come down. Let's have another play with turbo dog. If you found the previous option easy or easier, then you can try this next one with the knees lifted. I'll start with the knees down and I'll progress to the knees lifted. Flex the spine, elbows hugging in. Good, float the elbows a few inches off. Baby turbo dog. Inhale, elbows out. Exhale, elbows squeeze in. Inhale, elbows out. Exhale, elbows in. Now your choice to stay here. This might already be quite tough. If you want to make it a bit harder, lift the knees for full turbo dog. Inhale, elbows out. Exhale, elbows in. Well, I'm going to go for two more. Inhale, elbows out. Exhale, elbows in. Last one. Inhale, elbows out. Exhale, elbows in. Okay, good. Straighten the arms back. Downward facing. We're going to inhale, rise left leg up. Open up left hip. Again, engage hamstring, heel to glute. Stretch open left side. 3, 2, and 1. Left knee, left tricep, tap. Step the foot between the hands. Place the right hand onto a block. Push down through right arm. Keep the gaze down the inside edge of this right arm. Left thumb, sternum, breathe in. Exhale, left elbow lifts up. Good, draw shoulder blade to spine. You can lift the hand away from the chest and then straighten up the arm. Stay 3, 2, and 1. Come up onto fingertips, block can move out to one side. Keep pushing down through feet, slowly stand it up. Come up into your twist. Good, look to the left. If you feel comfortable in your balance here, look back. Look to the front hand. Rear hand comes to lower back. Reverse the front hand, inhale. Rise the arm up. Exhale, lean over to your left. Stay 3, 2, and 1. Take your time. Elbow comes across the body into your twist. Option to come onto the knee if it's a bit too strong. Find a fist with this right hand. Left palm on top. Breathe in, side ribs. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, side ribs. Exhale, rotate. Oh, beautiful stuff. Okay, hands come down, release the pose. Plank. Lean into the hands, light on the toes. Let's exhale to the floor. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, cobra. Option to lift for up dog. Make your way back, downward facing dog. Go a little bit wider with your hands. And then look at drawing the chest towards the floor. You can do gentle pulses here with the spine, with the rib cage. Pushing the hands firmly into the mat. Keep pulsing for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, front ribs pull in. I'd readjust the hands back to your downward facing dog. Take an inhale. And an exhale. Gaze to the top of the mat. Breathe in, bend the knees. Step, walk, jump to the top of the mat. Inhalation, half lift. Exhalation, folding forward over the legs. Take your time, pushing down through feet. Inhale, slowly stand it up. Rise the arms. Exhale, hands together, heart center. Take a breath here, compose your practice. Take this time to remind yourself again of your intention. Inhale, open eyes, rise the arms up, reaching tall. Exhale, folding it forward. Half lift, inhale. Good everyone, plank pose, step back. Let's hold for 3, hollow body. 2, and 1, onto the forearms. Hold, 3, 2, 1, a little bit harder here. From forearm plank, draw right knee to right arm. Step it back. Let's do left. Left knee, left arm. Step it back. Good everyone, really nice. Walk the feet forward. Dolphin pose. Hug elbows in. Option to interlace those fingers again. Try to draw the chest, take the chest through the arms. Okay, let's have a little play at this. Right foot goes up. Good, not easy. Open up right hip. Not as much play here with the shoulders, so really looking to work into the movement of the hip and the spine. Good, straighten out that right leg again. Exhale, bring right knee to right tricep. Take it back. We'll just do 1. Right foot comes down, left leg goes up. Good. Open up the hip. Good, shoulders pushing back. Straighten out left leg. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Straighten it up and back. Left foot down. Oof, palms down. Breathe in. Exhale. Lift the elbows. Downward facing dog. Rise right foot up. Thigh to chest. Shoulders over hands. Step between the hands. Reach for your strap. Inhale, rise the arms. Unravel the strap. Bring the arms roughly to a Y shape above the head. Have the hands forward of the head. Actively, front ribs pull down, bend the knees. You feel a bit of a tone in the belly here. Keep the strap at tension. Inhale. Exhale, pull strap to forehead. Inhale. Exhale, strap to chest. I want you to kind of keep that flat front body if you can, everyone. Inhale, side ribs. Exhale, forehead. Inhale, side ribs. Exhale, straighten the arms. Inhale, side ribs. Exhale, forehead. Inhale, side ribs. Exhale, chest. Inhale, side ribs. Exhale, forehead. Inhale, side ribs. Exhale, straighten the arms. Elevate shoulder. Okay, strap down to one side. Warrior 2, spin the back heel down. Bring the hands either side of your hip. I'm going to roll and tuck this front hip down and under. So you've got a bit of external rotation in this front hip. Palms push back with the arms, shoulder blades together, everyone. Bend the elbows, see if you can find the fingers. If they're out of reach, use your strap, connect the hands with the strap. Interlace fingers wherever you are. Straighten out the elbows, shoulder blades together, everyone. Inhalation, chest expands. Exhale, fold to the inside of your front leg. Humble warrior. Stay. 3, 2, and 1. Strong push down through the front foot, stand it back up. Warrior 2 pose. Straighten through front leg. Reach the body forward, triangle pose. Right hand down. Good, take a breath in. Turn the top palm forward, stretch the arm past the ear. Modified triangle pose, stay. Okay, bend into front knee, very nice. Left hand comes down. Twist, easy twist to the right. We're going to turn all 10 toes now to the right. Mandala pose. Actively push down through left arm. Try to turn the left bicep forward. Shrug the left shoulder into the body. So we have the shoulder stability here. Heel toe this front foot halfway down the mat. And then see if we can step it into side plank from here. Stay 3, 2, and 1. Good work, everyone. Hands to the floor. Take a breath in. Exhale to the mat. Good. You move into your desired back bend. I'm going to choose up dog here. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Take a breath in. And breath out. Option for a rest if you require it in a child's pose, you decide. Inhaling side ribs. Exhaling out. Good, left leg when you're ready goes up. Exhale, thigh to body. Step between the hands, find that strap again. Come up to stand. Y shape with the arms above the head, everyone. Bend that back knee, try to get that kind of washboard stomach, if you will. Arms forward of the head. Take a breath in, pull the strap tight. Exhale, pull strap to forehead. Inhale, side ribs. Exhale, strap to chest. Inhale, side ribs. Exhale, strap to forehead. Inhale, side ribs. Exhale, straighten the arms. Do one more round. Inhale, side ribs. Exhale, forehead. Inhale, side ribs. Exhale, chest. Inhale, side ribs. Exhale, forehead. Inhale, side ribs. Exhale, straighten the arms. Elevate shoulder. Good, strap out to one side. Good work, everyone. Spin the back heel down, warrior 2. We find awareness in this front hip. We draw the outer hip down. And then we tuck under with the sit bone. Good. Arms pushing back. Going to move into humble warrior. I'm going to give a different option then for the rear foot. So if you move it out to the right a bit here, turn the toes in. The hips rotate a bit more here towards that front foot. So some of you might find that it's a bit more spacious here on your hips to move from this position. You may prefer sticking with the warrior 2 stance for your hip joint, depending on where you're at with your body. Up to you. Hands push back. Again, using strap if you can't quite reach, bend the elbows, find the fingers, interlace. Inhale, chest open. Good, everyone. Exhale, fold to the inside of that front leg. Stay 3. Reach the arms up. Push to the outer edge of the back foot. 2. And 1. Strong push down through front foot. Stand it back up. Good work, everyone. Warrior 2 arms, warrior 2 legs. Inhale, straighten through the front leg. Arch the body forward. Left hand comes down, right hand up. Triangle pose. Option to look up, feels okay for the arm. Turn the top palm forward. Stretch the arm past the ear. Stay 3, 2, and 1. Break the pose. Left hand down. Sorry, right hand comes down. Heel toe your front foot towards the left. Push down through right arm as we then slowly spin all 10 toes to the left. Mandala pose. We take awareness in this front arm, so bicep turns forward, shoulder shrugs into the body, left arm goes up. Keep looking down if you're a bit wobbly with this. Heel toe the front foot halfway down the mat. Option to have a play, see if you can take it back onto that bottom foot for side plank. Stay 3, 2, and 1. Left hand to the floor. Take a breath in. Exhale all the way to the mat. Okay, stay on your belly. Let's take a break. I'd like you to take the arms out to the side. So pretty much creating like a T shape here with the arms. Tuck the toes, knees lift. Forehead comes down. What I want you to do from here is simply lift the arms off the floor so you'll feel the retraction of your shoulder blade. Go as high as you can with the hands and then just pulse the hands up and down. Pulse for 10. You can slightly turn the little finger down, thumb back, and that will give a bit more external rotation. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Settle it down. Bring the hands under the face. Rest the forehead on the hands. Take a breath in. Exhaling out. Okay, sit back onto the heels. Right, for the remainder of this practice then, we're going to have a play now with our pincha variations. It's quite demanding in lots of ways on the shoulders, I mentioned at the start of the practice. So if you do find you get particularly tired, take rest, allow yourself to recuperate, and then have another go. This practice certainly does take some patience to be able to get to that point where you're able to build the strength to a proficient level. And it really is just tuning into that patience and just allowing that to be a strong part of the practice, really. Okay, so with Dolphin, you do have a couple of options here, everyone. So essentially what we're trying to do is avoid the elbows from doing this. The reason being typically is if you look at the position of my shoulder blade as I do that, you'll find that the shoulder blade actually becomes a bit more unstable. What we want to do is keep the shoulder blade flush with the rib cage, and this just promotes healthy shoulder blade. We call it glenohumeral rhythm, so good shoulder joint, shoulder blade movement as we take the arms above the head for the pincha. So we want to keep that shoulder blade close to the rib cage, and so we do that by hugging elbows in and flexing the spine. Yeah. You remember that pose we did earlier with the turbo dog where we hugged elbows in and we felt these side body muscles here? We also want to feel the engagement of these serratus anterior. So these side muscles here that flare out when you draw elbows in, you'll find these are actually known in the yoga practice as the wings, your wings. So we really want to find that they have good recruitment of these particular muscles. Now, options with the hands. If you find it difficult to stop the elbows from flaring out, and the palms down is just one option. So you could try with hands together. Some of you might find interlacing the fingers is a bit more appropriate. Other options, not so favoured for my own practice with this, is palms turned up. I find I don't have much grounding with this, however it does make my shoulder feel nice. So yeah, you have, 4 options there you could choose from, to have a play with each one of them. I'm going to play at first with the palms down. So tuck the toes, we lift the knees. Push the chest back. I'm going to lift the right leg up. I'm just going to see how this feels. I'm going to lean forward into the shoulder, and I'm going to push the shoulder back. I'm just going to do 2 more. Shoulders forward, push back. One more time. Shoulders forward, push back, right foot comes down. Oh, I'm already getting quite tired just from this. Left shoulder, left leg comes up, hugging elbows in, shoulders drop forward, push back. Keep that top leg straight and strong if you can. Shoulders forward, push back. Last one. Shoulders forward, push back. Left leg comes down, take rest.
You might have found doing the 3 repetitions, they're quite challenging, so you could of course reduce the count. You may even wish just to keep that one leg elevated and just see how well you can hold that with the recruitment of the arms for a few breaths. And again, like I say, just kind of doing this in stages and giving yourself patience with your progress. Now, as with the Pincha Mayurasana, you have to have that movement really with the shoulder and the upper arm bone to play around, or to at least work towards finding that balance in the pose. So the action you'll find is when you do get to the point where you're kicking up, you'll find that you'll drop the shoulder forward first, and it's having the strength from this position with the legs above the head is to be able to push the arms back to align the shoulder of the elbow. So the idea then essentially is to, if we can find good awareness and good proprioceptive control in being able to shift the upper arm bone forward and back, you're certainly going to find that you have the ability to do that when you're inverted. So we're going to do that option as a drill here now then. So bring the palms together, interlace the fingers, lift up the knees as up into dolphin, push the chest back first, and I'm going to look to the nose of the thumbs. The first one is lift the heels, and then we slowly bring nose to thumbs, and then push back through the arms. We're going to see if we can do 4 more. Lift heels, nose to thumbs, push back 2, heels lift, nose to thumbs, push back 3, lift heels, nose to thumbs, push back 4, last one, lift heels, nose to thumbs, push back 5. Now this will feel different for some compared to others. So typically this would be working quite a lot at the front of the shoulder. I actually felt quite a lot of that movement there then in my serratus, because I was working a lot of hugging elbows in. So all of these kind of large shoulder groups here, the deltoid group as well as the serratus, I really want to be working quite functionally when it comes to this inversion. And if you find that particularly difficult, that previous kind of shoulder dip exercise, I would see if you can get competent at that and at least building the repetition range up to a minimum, if you can, to be able to comfortably do 10 repetitions, take rest, and just repeat that 2 to 3 sets. Being able to do 3 up to 4 sets of that, 10 repetitions, you're certainly going to start to build the strength and the shoulder control, what is required for Pincha Mayurasana. Okay, let's have a play then with Pincha itself. So just watch first, everyone, especially if you're quite new to this. I typically, like I say, do practice Pincha with the palms facing down. Feel free to have a little play with other arm options. Today I'm going to have a little go with the palms together. Okay, I'm going to lift the right leg up. I want to try and lift as high on this left heel as I can. I look between my forearms. I lean forward and I just lightly hop and come up. And come back down. Notice I keep the split in the leg. So with the bottom foot, you can just do a light hop and back down. Light hop. Might find a bit of balance and back down. So you're just testing your confidence of this stuff, building the trust. Light hops to start. And you keep that push through the arms, elbows hugging in. I'm going to switch for the other leg. Have a little play at this. If you feel quite unsure of this stuff, please feel free to use a wall. I will show you some wall stuff in a second. We bend into right knee, light hop. Maybe you can come up and back down. Light hop. Back down, last one. Light hop. And back down. Child's pose when you want to breathe there. Relax. Okay, so like I was mentioning here then, so you noticed here, I keep that foundation for the arms, that kind of elevated, well, it's not elevated with the shoulder really, but here it's that round of the spine and that push for the arms. So we want to keep that action with the shoulder throughout, lifting the legs, coming up into the inversion, into pincha. That's important. We want to avoid anything like this where we drop the chest between the arms. Don't feel very active through the shoulder. Okay, now if you find, I will often start in a split leg position just to find where my balance is, and then from split leg I'll slowly bring the feet together for the final Pincha Mayurasana. So I'll give you a demonstration of this. Now it's important that if you are going to give it a go, there is a good potential you're going to fall over the top. So if you're close to a wall, you can have a wall close at hand. I'm going to show you first, just watch. So I kick up, I find the split leg, then I push the shoulder back. So I feel quite balanced here through the forearm. Then I slowly bring the feet together. I might see if I can hold it. Still hugging elbows in, pushing palms together, and I slowly come back down. Okay. Now against the wall, I would suggest to have about a forearm and hand distance away from the wall. So you've got enough space then to split the leg above. You keep one foot on the wall, and then once you bring the rear leg down, that will bring the hip into balance over the shoulder. You could then start to play with taking that front foot that's on the wall off to play around with the balance. Okay, so like I say, around about a forearm distance away. I'll give you a brief demonstration of this. I kick my one leg over, find the balance there. The rear leg comes down. I may be able to play around with finding the balance here. And to come down, take the front foot back, bend into the front leg as you slowly lower back to the floor. Now feel free to have a bit more of a play. Use some of those techniques and tips that I've just shared with you. Now, as I was saying, this pose does really require quite a lot of shoulder strength. It's certainly what I've noticed in my own experience. So if you don't feel that you quite have the confidence and you find that your foundation you feel quite unstable for your foundation, then build on the strength aspect. Holding forearm planks, doing the shoulder dips, yeah? Playing with the turbo dogs, getting them nice and strong. Turbo dogs with the knees lifted. So these are all aspects here of the inversion, or the prep stuff for the inversion, that are really primary to help you build that confidence and that trust to when eventually you are ready and you do feel quite strong, that you're able to come up into this inversion with control and especially confidence, yeah? Okay, good everyone. I'm going to leave it there for today. Find one of your blocks. Elevate the seat, come into a comfortable seated pose. Close down the eyes. And then just take these next final moments of the practice to just be, to observe, and to witness your present moment. Okay, slowly bringing palms together, meeting at heart center, bow the head. We take this time to remind ourselves of our intention. As we bow our head here, we're also bowing down to ourselves, thanking ourselves for showing up for our practice. And and essentially showing up for ourselves. See if we can find appreciation and gratitude in this. Take an inhale through the nose. Breathe in that self-love. Exhale out through the mouth. It's been a pleasure sharing this practice with you today. I hope to all see you next week. Thanks everyone. Namaste.